Hello everybody, myself Dr. Mahinder. Today I am going to teach you about pharmaceutical incompatibilities. So the word pharmaceutical, it has two words, pharmaceutical, another word is incompatible. Pharmaceutical, the word pharmaceutical reflects that what are the different types of dosage forms we see in a pharmacy. Okay, those things we are making in our labs or in a hospital setup or a hospital pharmacy. Okay, during due course of their making, there is a chance of that there may be a kind of a change here in the making of the preparation. So when generally the incompatibilities occurs when two or more ingredients are togetherly mixed. There may be a change in the formation of due to the formation of an undesirable product which loses its safety, efficacy, appearance and stability of the preparation. Okay. So the incompatibilities means that when two or more ingredients together added, there may be a change in the efficacy of the preparation. And due to this, there may be a patient non-compliance may be resulted. Henceforth, to avoid this, we try to generally read this total topic in subclasses. Sub it is subclassified into physical incompatibilities, chemical incompatibilities, and therapeutic incompatibilities. The physical incompatibility means there is a changes in the due to physical properties of the materials. There may be changes that the drug material will not be given properly to the system or by orally or by externally. So the physical incompatibility there may be due to with mostly with physical properties related to the physical properties of the medical substances or the chemicals which are being used during the making of the preparation. Okay, like there are certain examples like immiscibility is there, or insolubility may be there, or uh, there may be a liquefaction of the material may take place. So to understand it still better, we will try to go one by one by giving an example. I will try to make you understand what is this physical incompatibility. Physical, because of the physical properties of, first we will try to see immiscibility. Like take example, oil may be a drug like cod liver oil which has a role in the overcoming the vitamin deficiency. So if we are trying to give cod liver oil orally, the patient may not consume an oil very easily with an happy mood. The oil cannot be consumed. Hence, there may be a chance that patient non-compliance may result. So, to give oil by orally, because oil does not get solubilized or shows miscibility with water because of their huge surface tension phenomena. Okay, there are surface tension existed because one is polar, another is non-polar. They do not show miscibility. Henceforth, there is a chances are that the preparation may not be given happily. So what we do is that pharmaceutically to make it acceptable, we try to make the pharmaceutist who makes the formulation, he try to make the preparation better. So the problem of this incompatibility can be overcome when an oil and water are mixed, trying to be shows miscibility. There is a possibility, there is a only way to get the possibility of miscibility is that we have to use a third agent called emulsifying agent. The emulsifying agent will try to bring down the surface tension so that they get show miscibility and they try to remain together and a formulation is happily made. Okay, second is that if you try to see the property of insolubility, most of the drugs available in nature are weak organic acids and organic bases in nature. Okay. So there is a problem that water which has been taken as a universal solvent, and the water is a 75% body has a water as a constituent which is inert to the body, and henceforth we will try to make our preparations by means of by using the vehicle called water. But due to the organic nature of the chemicals of medicinal substances, there is a problem many of the time that insolubility becomes a problem. Hence, to overcome the insolubility, we try to use suspending agents so that the materials remain suspended in the liquid for a longer time. They will not settle down, and they will not get precipitated out. So that's the reason that we try to use a suspending agent, make the material to be remain suspended for a long time, and by the same time patient will take out the medicine, required amount of medicine, and will consume it in every dose. We will try to have the same number of powder mass so that a patient has highest compliance during his treatment. The third is that liquefaction. When two or more substances, there are certain chemicals which will get liquefied. Like take example menthol, camphor. They remain solid in the during their lonely state. Okay, when they are in the box. But when they brought together and mixed together, and there is a chances of that they get liquefied, because one substance will act impurity to another substance, which is vice versa, and then they will get liquefied. And to overcome this, we will try to, because such substances which are not given in a liquid state, because in the volatile property will be lost, so that we try to make the substance to remain in the powder form. So we use absorbents like light magnesium oxide, light kaolin, so that the and we try to mix this menthol and camphor separately first, and then we will try to when they have been mixed with absorbents togetherly, they brought to with the and they are mixed so that they retain their volatile constituents, and they are being dispensed in the form of powders. So these three important examples which shows that there is chances of physical incompatibilities in some of the drug materials. So yeah, one should remember that this is just an example. There may be a lot of incompatibilities associated with physical properties also. Okay, so today we have able to study about immiscibility, insolubility, and liquefaction. In the next class, we will try to concentrate on chemical incompatibility and therapeutic incompatibilities. Till then, thank you very much.